My name's Jack. I'm a consultant here at Jump, and I started in environmental science, but so far in my career in data, I've noticed one major thing. Data collection really is an ever-evolving world, and ESG is the fastest growing. With a revised set of metrics coming yearly, each with their own ever-evolving definitions, the abilities for companies to accurately and reliably disclose these metrics to illustrate to shareholders and their peers that they take their commitments to ESG seriously, well, it's a monstrous task. Jump Analytics developed ESG app with this in mind. As experts in data collection and analytics, we understand the difficulties that come with company-wide data collection. And we understand how to empower companies to better leverage their data for everyday decision making. Built on the Microsoft Power Platform, companies don't have to worry about version control or an accidental deletion of an entire year's worth of work from an Excel sheet. Admins don't have to worry about filtering through a semi-structured Excel sheet to find a blank metric and then separately track down the individuals responsible to fill that out. And companies who previously operated off of once-a-year reporting can move into a monthly cadence. This enables them to make more confident, data-driven decisions based off their ESG disclosures on a regular basis. So let me talk you through a bit of what our solution offers in ESG app. In the home page, users are greeted to a high-level view of the company's entire ESG collection. This can be filtered by site and by current and historical year-month reporting periods. Monthly reporting not only allows companies to go beyond their annual reporting, but also allows for increased oversight in the data. The governance can help to ensure accuracy and decrease the amount of time it takes to validate data for internal and external audits. Within these panels, those of you that are familiar with ESG will notice some GRI categories, social, environmental, but ESG app disclosures can be custom based off of your organization's reporting needs. It'll be built into the framework so that those custom frameworks can be easily captured and organized along with those out-of-the-box ESG disclosures. So when I click into social here, it takes us to this next page. This is where we'll be seeing a month-to-month completion, which we can filter again by current, previous years, and by site. We can select our major social category and view the subcategories within it on a month-to-month completion basis. Now, to help organize and ensure data access and security, ESG app assigns editors to metrics, and editors are assigned at this sub-major category level. As an example, this means that at our Sanfrecce mines, in labor and management relations, we can review the editors at a glance. There are 2 editors assigned to it, and listed here are the only ones that will be able to edit this within the app outside of the admin group. And at the click of a button, I can send them an email to say, maybe you're running a bit behind on your disclosures, or send them a note on how it's currently going. The next level of hierarchy is represented here in the frameworks, where we can see at a glance each framework and its associated response in each period for every single submetric. Now, another note for those of you familiar with ESG and GRI and SASB, many of them do have overlapping frameworks. And here we see an example where MM4 is a GRI and then we have a SASB disclosure below it. Instead of having to enter these twice and have a lot of duplicate work, the framework's actually able to integrate these and ensure that it's only going to be entered once, but the information will show for both of those metrics. But at any point, as an admin or as a user, they can navigate within this page to the edit screen. This edit screen is the final page within the ESG app, and it's where users come to edit disclosures. By selecting the correct year, the correct month, and the correct site, users can cycle through their major and sub-major categories and modify disclosures as they see fit. At the click of a button, it'll be updated. All previous and changed entries are tracked within the database. Now, this once again ensures that there's data clarity, and data entry and best practices will be improved as they're moving away from end of year reporting and into that monthly cadence where more and more feedback is needed to ensure that those 12 months of reporting are going well. But to better illustrate these functions I've discussed, let me walk you through a typical use case of ESG app. In this scenario, I'm the admin of our company. This is the sand mining company. And I'm getting ready to go over our 2021 disclosures ahead of the upcoming reporting deadline. I ensure that I'm in the correct year and month, and I can cycle through the sites. At a glance, I'm able to check my major category completion. Here we can see socials nearing complete, our general disclosures are nearing complete, economic is nearing complete, but I see that the mining framework division seems to be lacking behind. So I'll click into this custom framework, and yep, it looks like I'm correct. They haven't filled out a single thing for this year yet. I'm sure we've all run into this, and instead of having to track down the editors, I can navigate to this page in the left or in the right here. You can see there are 3 editors assigned, and their emails are listed here. Instead of having to track them down, I can just click this email button, and after I enter some simple information to tell them, please get those disclosures done, send it out, that's taken care of. But while we're in this view, I do remember for Sanfresa, one of our other sites, there was a pretty serious non-compliance within water and effluents, and I just want to make sure our division is tracked. So I'll make sure to select the correct major category, the subcategory, and in reviewing the editor, I realized they're probably not with this division anymore. So just to make sure, I can go down and look for our SASB disclosure, the number of incidents of non-compliance, and go down to my month of interest here. By going down to July, I can see that they've entered none, but I also want to edit this editor. So as an admin, I'm going to navigate back to the app screen here, and user admins have a feature just for them here called the user admin screen. By selecting the correct site, I can then filter by our user. Here I can see all of the permissions which are assigned to that user, and I remember I wanted to delete their access to water and effluents. I'll go click this delete button. Their access will be automatically updated within the app and within the dashboard. But while we're here, I want to add one of our new editors to this section. So I can select water and effluents and look them up. With Jason added to the water and effluents division, again, it'll be automatically updated within the dashboard and his permissions. But let's look to see what it looks like from his point of view. Here, we're once again in that same edit screen, but Jason's not an admin, so there won't be any of that user admin selection. As Jason, I'm going to be going to the correct year, the correct month, and the correct site. But because Jason's only permissions are set up to Sanfresa, he won't be able to select a site out of this. This is a step to ensure that users aren't accidentally going into sites and writing over entries from previous departments. While it is tracked, I think we can all agree it's best to stay within the correct site. And when I go to navigate through my major categories, you can see they're strictly limited to what this user is allowed to edit: biodiversity and the one he was just added to, water and effluents. I'll click into water and effluents. I'll confirm that I'm in 2021 of July and go to the issues of non-compliance. Here you can see the previous entry none. I'm just going to update this to what I want it to say as Jason. Stick it in here, there, click update. It'll immediately update within the database and the dashboard, but just to ensure that it's there, let me go back to the category overview. Let's ensure that we're in the correct site, Sanfresa, the correct reporting year, and within the water and effluents area. We can see here, me, Jason, is the only editor within this category. And when I scroll down to view the number of incidents of non-compliance, we can see the previous ones, as well as the one I've just updated for July. recording the incidents of non-compliance. Now, this instantaneous workflow between user and admin allows departments to work together seamlessly. It creates consistent and meaningful ESG metrics on a regular basis. And that organization of metrics and the communication between admins and users makes it so that month-to-month reporting isn't such a headache. And it almost makes it as easy it would have been to track it annually. It just enables companies to do so.